There is an African proverb that says, when the elephant fights, it is the grass that suffers. This proverb reflects the growing tensions within Orange Democratic Movement Party, where clashes between senior figures like John Mbadi and Winnie Odinga risk weakening party unity and confusing supporters. But then, the party is not about Mbadi and Winnie Odinga alone. It is a fight to kick out the Odinga family from the party, and we understand that John Mbadi is not doing whatever he's doing on his own interest, but he has been sent by William Ruto, who has interest in the ODM strong bases, and therefore he wants Odinga family kicked out of ODM, and that is why he is using John Mbadi to bring those chaos and equally to try to, engineer the ouster of Odinga family from ODM party. Therefore, Ruto banked so much on ODM. He banked on them simply because he needed the ODM strongholds, the ODM bases to win the 2027 election. It is a simple mathematic. William Ruto thought he won the last election, the 2022, by 200 votes. And therefore, Ruto beat Raila Odinga of ODM by those 200,000 votes. And therefore, he feels that if he banks on ODM strongholds, he can easily win the coming election without even a vote from Mount Kenya region. Maybe can get a few because still he has his lieutenants and also foot soldiers in the Mount Kenya region. But now, the problem here, in as much as he has managed to take ODM, he has managed to buy ODM through the broad-based agreement, still he does not trust the Odinga family. Number one, Odinga family, there's that tendency they have, even from Raila Odinga, whereby at some point they can turn, at some point they can make an about turn, make a U-turn and start denouncing this government. So William Ruto does not trust the Odingas completely, and that is why he wants them out and is using John Mbadi to bring chaos and bring that animosity between ODM and the Odinga family. Another thing, it is because the Odinga family is softer to Linda Mwananchi. In fact, they have a soft spot towards Edwin Sifuna's Linda Mwananchi. We've seen it before. We saw Ida Odinga, the way she was embracing Edwin Sifuna. Immediately after Raila Odinga died, when they met at Orange House, you could see how Ida Odinga, greets Edwin Sifuna with a lot of respect. In fact, she never hugged anyone of the ODM people who were there, but she hugged Edwin Sifuna, and that tells you this family shares a lot with Edwin Sifuna, who equally says William Ruto is a one-term president. In fact, whenever whatever chance Edwin Sifuna gets, he says that William Ruto is a bad president. William Ruto has killed the Gen Zs. Therefore, Kenyans do not afford, or they can never afford, another year of William Ruto's or the William Ruto's administration. So all this is happening because William Ruto is hell-bent to take the ODM basis so that they make him the second term president in Kenya. And therefore, he's using Mbadi. Remember, in Mombasa retreat, ODM Linda Ground had a retreat in Mombasa, and John Mbadi stood. He gave some 2 points. He said a lot of points, but I'm going to narrow that to 2 points. Number one, he said that Odinga family is not entirely, or they do not possess ODM party. Therefore, he said ODM is a different entity from Odinga family, and therefore the Odinga people, the likes of sisters to Raila Odinga, daughters to Raila Odinga, brothers to Raila Odinga, they should not feel entitled. To an extent, they feel like they should be making decisions for that party, ODM. Number 2, he said that ODM is not a Luo party. It's not that it should be led by people from Luo land. It should be led by even people from Northeastern, from Luya community, because it is a national party. By saying this, it means, according to William Ruto, who sent John Mbadi, he wants the Odinga family out, number 1. Number 2, he wants that those leaders holding those positions, so that they come from different parts of the country. And William Ruto wants his loyalists to take those positions. Once they have taken those positions, now William Ruto will be confident that he has ODM, because in as much as they might enter into a partnership deal, ODM right now is so much divided to an extent where William Ruto does not know which is the right ODM, which ODM can help him from this quagmire. And that is why he's using Mbadi. I want you to watch this video of John Mbadi in Mombasa.
Northeastern have been supporting ODM. We have 2 governors today from Northeastern province in ODM, out of 3. This is a national party. ODM does not belong to the Luo community. It does not belong to one community. In fact, ODM does not belong to Siaya, where we have senator trying to fight with the governor. Governor trying to fight the senator. It does not belong to a family. You know, we have a party where someone, because she is sister of a party leader, she thinks she can also order us around. You cannot. We have supported this party. I know Baba has been a very solid leader. We must now manage the transition. Baba is no more. This is post-Raila era. We must be candid, we must be forthright, and we must chart our way forward. You cannot keep us back. Baba said this. Baba did not say this. Where is that Baba now to give us the evidence whether he said or he did not say?
Yeah, in this particular video, John Mbadi equally said that those people who have rebelled from ODM, the likes of Edwin Sifuna and the rest of the Linda Mwananchi, they should never be allowed back to the party. Remember, there was unity call. People were calling the Odinga family, the likes of Ruto Odinga, were calling on people to come together, both ODMs, ODM Linda Mwananchi, ODM Linda Ground. They come together so that they form a very strong party. But John Mbadi was against this, saying that those who have gone, let them go. Those who have said they are the de facto party leaders, let them go. We don't need them back. So here, John Mbadi was sabotaging the point of unity with Edwin Sifuna, because Edwin Sifuna, when if they come together, there's one condition that they gave the Linda Ground team, that they should denounce working with William Samoei Ruto. And today, John Mbadi was in Homa Bay town, and in Homa Bay here, he went to launch some of the roads in Homa Bay, the road from Osogo, Gotkojowi, Osogo, Bunge, Otati Road in Indiwa constituency, Homa Bay. And here, he pointed out to what Winnie Odinga said during the burial of the mother of the Kisii Senator Richard Onyonka. He told her that she should seek an elective position first before advising him. In fact, he further, attacked Winnie Odinga, telling her that she should respect elders, she should respect Oburu Oginga as her father, because he said in Lowland, there is no something like this is my uncle. So whoever who is a brother to your father is also your father. That is according to John Mbadi.
They are trying to advise me how to be a minister for finance. You can't. You have no capacity to advise me. I have been chairman of ODM under Raila Odinga for 10 years. It's not a mean achievement. I have been minority leader for 5 years. It's not a mean achievement. I am now minister for 2 years. It's not a mean achievement. I was assistant minister in the office of the prime minister. It's not a mean achievement. You can't come from nowhere to start advising me. First, seek an elective position, be elected, and then people will start also nurturing you as a leader going forward.
So whatever John Mbadi is saying here, he was replying to what Winnie Odinga said while in Kisii. Winnie Odinga questioned the knowledge, questioned how the cabinet secretary treasury can involve, or rather can, be speaking politics, yet he should be working so hard to make sure the economy of Kenya is in a better place. According to Winnie, she said that everything is falling aside. In Kenya, kila kitu inaanguka. The economy is bad, but those who are responsible for the largest economy in East Africa are here talking about politics and also talking about Odingas. They should not be in parties and stuff. Winnie made a very tough statement. However, she was equally replying to Mbadi after Mbadi said in Mombasa that ODM does not need Odinga family so that it can move on. The party is an independent entity that should run itself, that they don't need some people because they're closer to Raila Odinga, because they're the Odinga family, to make decisions on behalf of the party. So Winnie Odinga was replying. So she did not attack John Mbadi directly from what he had said in Mombasa, but now here Winnie Odinga was attacking the incompetence of John Mbadi as the cabinet secretary treasury.
It's why viongozi vya uchumi need to focus on the things that matter in this economy. To finish, the National Treasury is not a political office. The National Treasury of the Republic of Kenya is not a personal office. The National Treasury of the economy, of the largest economy in East and Central Africa, is not a platform for you to abuse us and talk to us however you want. That is where we carry our economy. Kazi ya hiyo ofisi, unajua kazi ya hiyo ofisi ni kulinda how would you say it? Ni kulinda thamani ya pesa ya wananchi.
This can tell you that there is a strong fight that has managed inside ODM between the Odinga family and William Ruto's sponsored people like John Mbadi. And William Ruto wants them out. And Mama Ida Odinga, while speaking at Kango Kajaramogi, equally said something about John Mbadi. He told John Mbadi that everyone will die at some point. And once someone dies, he or she will never come back. So that this John Mbadi should not criticize Raila Odinga's death. She further told John Mbadi that when someone dies but his name is being talked about so much, it means that man is still among the living dead. So she told John Mbadi to be so keen on whatever he speaks, because Raila Odinga's spirit is still in Kenya and is still with us. That is Mama Ida Odinga, a wife to the late Raila Odinga, who was the pioneer, who was the founder of ODM. And then Ruto Odinga equally recently had questioned how John Mbadi said in Mombasa retreat. In fact, she said that she now knows that the late Raila Odinga had a lot of enemies who disguised themselves. They camouflaged as his friends, but they were not friends. They were real enemies of Raila Amolo Odinga. Yeah, she said that. And if you see here, the only person from Odinga family who is active politically, who has never, rather who has not said anything about John Mbadi, about William Ruto's government, is Oburu Oginga. But then we can forgive Oburu Oginga because he's aging, miaka yake imesonga, and sometimes he forgets things and he doesn't even think properly. Yeah, but the aim of William Ruto is to make sure Odinga family is out of ODM leadership. And remember, in the Mombasa retreat, John Mbadi equally said that they need to have someone as a backup leader, part leader of ODM, such that when Oburu Oginga is not able to attend such meetings, the other backup part leader should come in and help. Yeah, it's not just about concern is not about anything. It is about the fact that John Mbadi wants ODM to completely be ousted from ODM, and his work is a man on mission, and his mission to be successful is to kick out Odinga family out of ODM. I don't know what you think. You can write your comment down there in the comment section. Let us talk, let us discuss. Perhaps it can form a basis of whatever we're gonna talk about in the next video. So if you are new here, consider subscribing, liking and sharing our content. Hit the notification bell so that you can be receiving notifications each and every time we bring you a new content.